Welcome back. Today we are gonna start the 6.3 Trailblaze story quest. I've heard that it's about 4-ish hours long, so I'm thinking we do half of it today, half of it tomorrow, but we shall see. Without further ado, let's go!
During the events of Star Rail Fest, Ashvale discovered what the happiness surgery truly entails. Implanting the flesh and blood of the abominations of abundance.
Yep.
Given the gravity of the situation, we decided to go to Graphia Academy and first launch an investigation into Full Wish. During the course of events, we unexpectedly crossed paths with Full Wish herself. Also a survivor of the Bloodstained Games, she openly joined the Phantasmoon Games and invited supplicants to travel to Seafeld City, where the winner would be decided in a televised debate. During our exchange with Full Wish, Himiko realized that Full Wish might be a masked fool. As a result, I asked Sparksy to investigate the tavern for leads, and through that, we identified Full Wish's ability, the happiness syntax.
Hi Chloe, welcome back. You do be the first one here, super early. Let's go. I'm getting a recap on the story before I start doing it.
Evanescia and Yaoguang established a cooperation agreement. After Evanescia's attempt to assess Full Wish in her capacity as the arbitrator failed, they encountered Blade and his group and learned that the flesh implanted in the happiness surgery originated from Shuhu, an emanator of abundance.
I swear this sword looks like a... my voice. It looks like a ruler.
Himiko and I went to the TV station to take part in the debate and met up with Sunday and Ashvale, who had arrived ahead of us. However, the debate turned out to be a carefully orchestrated trap. In full view of the public, all those who had undergone the surgery transformed into terrifying monsters. And Full Wish framed both the IPC and the Astral Express as the masterminds behind it all. When the disaster erupted, Evanescia willingly violated a forbidden taboo and revealed the real purpose of the Phantasmoon Games, to suppress the terrifying entity slumbering within plain Arcadia. Through this act, she unlocked the original power of the ambrosial arbor within herself and intervened in the unfolding situation. At the same time, Silverwolf, entrusted by Pearl, set out to investigate the anomalous signal responsible for the monster's emergence, only to be obstructed by Mr. Meanie. As the force backing Full Wish, he wields tremendous power, powerful enough to interfere with the Stellaron Hunter's script. Meanwhile, Full Wish continued to livestream our movements in the TV tower, distorting the truth by every possible means. Drawing upon the wish power of 200,000 victims, she manifested the Meanie Phantasmoon in an attempt to defeat us individually. Thankfully, Silverwolf regained the power of the Ether cartridge, level 999, and dealt with it before it was too late. After overcoming every obstacle in our path, we reached the top of the TV tower and confronted Full Wish head-on.
And we beat her up.
Drawing on the people's wish power, she briefly held the upper hand. Ultimately, I used the Stellaron within me to bear that wish power, thereby stepping onto the path of elation and defeating her once and for all.
Yeah, and then we got our lightsabers.
Even so, those who had undergone the surgery did not recover. At Blade's proposal, everyone joined forces to concentrate all of Shuhu's flesh within his body, freeing the victims from the influence of the happiness surgery. Just when I thought the crisis was over, Evanescia requested that I warn the creator of the world in canvas. According to her, Asad Pramod, the Lord Ravager who once attempted to eliminate plain Arcadia, has returned again.
Yes. Let's go. We did it. Okay. So then we're just gonna pick up from that, and I guess we're gonna be going to the Graphia Academy. Let's ignore that. It's probably for another quest. March.
You're back! The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir. Come watch the news.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new segment, the Phantom Moon Brief. I'm your host, Poofy.
Hi, everyone. This is your old friend, Snowy.
Well then, as the Phantom Moon games reach a boiling point, and for reasons that need no explanation, we are now joining Duo Mention TV to bring you live coverage of the latest and most critical news updates.
Yes, we are. And after the director of Full Wish TV and sponsor of the Research Society of Happy Smiles, Full Wish announced that she was joining the Phantom Moon Games. That terrifying tragedy of 15 years ago once again swept through the psionic game.
The supplicant debate, slated to take place at the Seafeld TV tower, was cut short when out-of-control Imaginee known as Joy Ascendants appeared suddenly and launched an attack. This Imagenesis plague centered on Seafeld City spread rapidly. Even Fullwish herself turned into a monster atop the Seafeld TV tower.
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginee inhabitants across plain Arcadia have been affected by the plague. Countless individuals are injured or missing, and total losses are estimated to have reached 8.6 billion credits.
The losses are being measured not in lives lost, but in money?
And in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago, footage left behind by Foolish points to the disaster as the work of supplicants from beyond the sky.
She identified the culprits as the famed cosmic hero,
That's
the
me.
Trailblazer of the Astral Express, and the wanted criminal, Stellaron Hunter Blade, claiming they were responsible for the tragedy.
But a spokesperson for the Department of Aberration Defense said the disaster was planned and executed by Foolish herself through her organization, the Research Society of Happy Smiles. They added that the investigation will continue and the organization will be shut down.
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is the real story behind this? The Phantom Moon Brief will continue to keep you updated.
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will have to wait and see. Shame on them.
Well,
How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? And the internet is flooded with fake news about you too. Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to Full Wish.
yeah. Shame on them.
I'm happy you made it back safely. But somehow, you just don't seem quite the same.
I was gazed on by the elation
Oh
or something.
no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind.
What?
Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung.
What?
No. Is this what it takes to become a hero?
Is turning into Dan Hung really that bad?
If you're all grown up and serious, we just can't click like we used to anymore. Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story, but I haven't heard yours yet.
You tell March everything that about the battle at Seafeld Tower.
So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant Shuhu's flesh into their bodies, and that ended up causing this disaster?
Yes, ma'am.
And you guys stopped the mutation from spreading, but all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade?
That's right.
And then you mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantom Moon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who was it again?
The name is Graphia.
Who is that?
We will find them at Graphia Academy.
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years ago.
Hi, Adrian. Welcome back. I am doing pretty good. How are you doing? Spoiler warning if you haven't done the latest story quest for Show Reel. But I'm doing pretty good. How was your weekend? We gotta go to the academy though.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back?
Yep.
Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running into another Lord Ravager while on vacation? This is way over the line.
She's so cute. Hold on, delay. Oh, no, not the delay. That's good to hear. But, yeah. I haven't done this yet. I was about to do it. Oh, I beat you to it. But this is the beginning of the 6.3, so luckily, hopefully, it shouldn't be just crazy spoilers. But yeah, my weekend was pretty good, pretty chill. Ran a lot of errands and then also got to play a lot of games with the fam. But all fun. How was your weekend? I think you had mentioned that you wanted to get out of the house or something. Or maybe that was a different weekend. I don't remember. Something along those lines. Oh yeah, I heard it's not as long as the previous source. Yeah, I was seeing online how long it takes people, and it seems like it's taking around 4 hours and a half-ish. So if I do half of it today and half of it tomorrow, I should be able to finish it. And then maybe I will just start Pikmin 2 or something. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, my mom canceled her party plans because something came up. Oh. Well. That sucks. It was supposed to be this weekend and not last weekend. Yeah. Well, interesting. I got the dates messed up, but I was like, I remember something happening on a weekend, at some weekend. Don't know which weekend. No, you were in the right. Oh, okay. It got rescheduled to, okay, I see. How dare you? I'm just kidding. But, well, hopefully she was able to reschedule and all that. I'm sorry, Queen. No. You're good. Wait, I titled this 6.3. Is this isn't 6.3, is it? It's 4.3. Okay, hold on. My bad. I was looking at the number right now because, you know, when I look over at chat and stuff, I see the numbers and stuff. Whoops. 4.3. There you go. Fixed. It's always said 4.3 the whole time. Okay. In any case, I gotta make sure. Yeah, it updated. We're good. We good. Your work was kind of brutal, but made it through. Oof. And now you get to chill out, hopefully. And maybe do the Shaw Rail story. I don't know. I'm out here and there with my cousin. Ooh, fun. Yeah, I hung out with my cousins. Well, playing video games online. But yeah, I got my Pikmin. Let's go. Nice. I don't know if my phone's been hearing me, but I don't remember where I got an ad for like a Pikmin shirt. I was like, oh, I guess my phone now knows my recent Pikmin game. They're hearing me, and all the clips I get are like Pikmin related. I was like, huh. And in any case, it's really nice and detailed. Nice. Nice that it's in good quality. Funny. Yep. It'd be like that. Oh my god, and okay. So I just remembered. Because I remember, I think I already said, Arthur exposed me to Clovey about killing all the Pikmin. But then over the weekend, he was telling the rest of his family about it too. I'm like, why are you telling your whole family about how horrible it was with the Pikmin and how so many of them died? But yeah, I guess his whole family knows and Clover knows. And then he sent the link in one of the group chats. I thought it was funny. It's all in good fun. But I was like, damn, he really be out here exposing me with the yellow Pikmin. And went to watch the new scary movie. There's a new scary movie. I've heard a lot of people talking about Obsession, but that's already more than that's like 2 weeks ago. And then I had a friend watch the Backrooms movie. But is there another one, or was it the Backrooms? Oh, the new scary. This happened last time. The new scary movie. Yeah. The one with Ghostface. I remember. So many people are talking about the Backrooms movie and like good stuff and bad stuff about the Backrooms and how it was confusing. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's the point. I haven't seen it, so I can't really speak on it. Making it look like you're convicted of manslaughter. Pretty much. They kept saying that I was a murderer of Pikmin. I was like, well, the numbers at the end, they weren't wrong. It wasn't great for 4.5 out of 10. Oh. Well, that sounds bad. I don't think I've ever seen any of the scary movies. Just kind of vibe because, you know, still went out. Yeah. Was it so bad that it was good? No, probably not. I don't even think I've heard anyone talk about it. Check the second and third and they were good. This is what, the 5th one now? The 6th one or something? No, my sister told me she was starting to fall asleep in certain parts. Oh, so it's just boring. Ew. It does not sound like that much fun. Okay. So vibing at me. Yep. At least you went with someone. It would probably be such a bore for the crazy people that decide to go alone to watch a movie. But still, nice. Okay. Oh yeah. We're gonna go to Graphy Academy. Cute March.
Oh, Lord Ravager, at Venesia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, and the unfinished Phantas Moon games. Suddenly, there are so many things to deal with.
I mean, earlier this year I was so ready to watch the new Super Mario movie solo if no one else wanted to watch it. I don't think I've ever gone to the movie theater alone. It would probably have to be a movie that I know that I'd absolutely love in order for me to go. But luckily, I usually have someone go with me. Growing up, it was usually my dad and sometimes my sister or just whatever family wanted to, I guess. Or friends, but at least so far, yeah. But yeah, there's never been. I've watched movies at home, but never gone to a theater to watch a movie alone. I don't know. I don't know what movie it would have to be. Well, I guess one that's. I feel like I haven't been looking forward to movies that much. These days. I mean, I did look forward to like the Mar movie and stuff. Is there any good movies coming out? There was the Avengers one, I think, the Doomsday, which I'll probably want to watch that, but I don't know. All the other movies that come out, I'm like, I could just watch them when they're like on streaming platforms or whatever. Jeff felt the urge to watch the Mario movie. Oh, yeah. We'll probably watch the new Spider-Man movie later when it releases. Oh, yeah, there is. It's... Oh, what was it called? Spider-Man something with home? Oh, I also saw that they're making a new Spider-Man show, I believe. The Spider... Noir, the black and white one. Spider-Man. Brand New Day. That's the one that's gonna come out on the 31st. Oh, it's still next month. That's so wild. Oh, there is Supergirl that I'm debating on whether or not I want to go see it in theaters or if I should just wait for it to be on a streaming platform or something. But so. I don't know about watching release week, but at the same time, it wouldn't matter too much because we can just go watch it again with our memberships. True! Multiple viewings. And then when is... Okay, so if that one releases then, when does Avengers Doomsday... It's supposed to come out in December. Oh, okay. So it's gonna be the Spider-Man first and then the Doomsday. Seen a couple movies twice now in theaters. Yeah. Interesting. What other movies are there gonna be coming out? Movies. When was the last time I went to the theater? Was it for the Demon Slayer movie? No, there must have been. There was the Fantastic Four, that one. I don't remember what else. Though, there's a small chance I'll watch was it the Backrooms that I was talking to Clover about? He's like, oh yeah, if you come down and they saw it in the theater, we can go watch it. I was like, sure, why not? Oh, the Super Mario movie was the last one I saw in theaters. I think that one was the very last one that I've seen the most recently. From Mandalorian Michael. The Mandalorian movie I do want to see, but I'm not in a hurry to see it or anything. Probably won't watch the new scary movie again. Yeah, I mean, if your sister was like falling asleep, I can only imagine how boring it was. Oh, there's gonna be a new Minion movie on the live action Moana. I'm not a big fan of how the Backrooms turned out. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard that it's good. I'm a little tempted. Yeah. I've been playing some of the games, backroom games with the friends in the fam. A long time ago, me and Arthur played through one of them, and then recently we bought 2 other ones, and we've just been, I guess, playing it so much, and I was like, okay. I kind of know the lore because I was telling Clover, I was like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I've read about this because I looked into the what was it, the wiki page about it. So I'm like, I have a little bit of knowledge with some of the levels and whatnot, but still. But we tried playing the games and we were dying a lot to be expected, but still, it was a lot of fun. And I think of everyone that played, only 2 friends had seen the movies. And they're like, this is nothing like the movie. I'm like, okay, but I'm pretty sure the movie just takes place in a singular level, not like multiple levels like the games often do, but still. I did a long time ago. My friends at the time got tired of it after losing a lot. Yeah. Because there's so many. Well, I say there's so many, but I have 3 separate backroom games, all made by different people. And they're different. There's one that allows up to 6 players, which that one was a little bit more chaotic. I'm pretty sure the other ones were 4 players. But it was a backroom weekend. I think we played 2 different backroom games. Yeah. Yeah, that just started blowing up back when an image got posted, I want to say years ago. Probably in the 2018-19 era. But still. It was still fun. But with the movie coming out and stuff, we were playing some of them. And it was fun. Some of the levels were really difficult. And oftentimes it was just Arthur that had to carry us through. But yeah. Lots of fun. Maybe I'll see the movie. Or maybe I'll just wait till it's on a streaming platform. I don't know. We will see. But yeah. March. Yapping away. See if there's an opportunity with cousin friend. Maybe I'll watch. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, I might see it with Chloe if I visit or something. I've seen the new Lohan trailer. Yes and no. I haven't sat down and watched the whole trailer. I was scrolling and on the, I think it was YouTube Shorts, I got an edit that was posted by Genshin Impact of the trailer. So I've only seen just that small clip of it, but I haven't seen the whole trailer. It's good. I can watch it right now. Hold on. Where is it? 3 minutes. It's been found. Hold on. It's by far one of the best trailers Genshin has made. Really? Interesting. That's very high standards. Actually, I saw people comparing it to like Kaya Trail. I'm like, do we have to do this every single time a new trailer comes out? Good enough. Okay. Let's see. 3 minutes long. We can watch this real fast.
I'm impressed you're still.
It's not in the highest quality, is it? Hold on. Oh, no, it is. Oh, it's probably because I have it in the pop-out mode or whatever. In any case.
Conscious.
I don't know
One
what
last
part it was
check?
that I saw that was clipped.
Now, are you going to cooperate?
The whole scary movie.
If I tell you, no, cat got your tongue. Then let's play a little game.
That whole gun reminds me of Sparkle's trailer. That first one. Which we're gonna see reminds me of the Chain Doe.
Your odds are down to 1 in 5.
Chain Doe trailer was kind of
Your
freaky.
time's up. I pulled the trigger. How long will you last? How good's your luck? All right. Next topic: venue security.
Is everyone ready? Splendid! Then let the auction begin! 1 million more!
1.2 mil!
I had my eye on that! 2 million!
The music's so good, as always.
3 million!
3 million more going once! Going twice! Sold!
7 million!
10 million! Thank
The
you,
lighting's
ladies
beautiful.
and gentlemen! Next up, the masterpiece we've all been waiting for!
Last question. Tell me about the final item.
For many, no doubt, tonight's real target. A genuine killing machine from Fontaine. Modified to remove all firepower restrictions. A true work of art, huh?
It's old.
Finally, your reward.
Switching places with the auction item. A real masterstroke if I say so myself. That kid.
Well, you can't deny that he's won us the Northern Intelligence Network's respect.
Yeah, it was nothing. No need to thank me.
Very well, but there's one last thing. Where's the item you removed from that crate?
What is that?
I
A
turned
garden knife?
it into a true masterpiece.
Really pretty. Are you excited for Lohan? I'm not gonna be pulling him, but he does seem cool and all that, you know? But I will not be getting, Lohan. Even if I wanted to, I don't even think I have the wishes for it. But W trailer. It was very visually, very nice to look at. I'm not good with words. He's really playing Gamma with those weapons. He's just like us. Hi, Radical. Welcome back. How you doing? But he seems cool. His voice acting is really good too. He do be crazy. Maybe once I get other characters, then maybe I'll get Lohan, but he's not high on the priority list right now. Kinda wanna try to get him on my Asia account. Get him on your all male account. Bam. Unless that is your Asia account, then yeah. Then you can try to see how it works. Exactly. Yeah. Get him and it is. Nice. And then you could tell me how he is. Because he's supposed to have a competitive sort of game mechanic, right? To where he'll try to like outdamage whoever is doing more damage than him or something. So he seems like he would be fun to play. But we'll see. The one that I'm debating on pulling, which maybe once I do the story will finalize my decision, is Blade. But we'll see. He's like a quick swap to PS. Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if you're supposed to play him with sub DPSs that do a lot of damage, or in like a dual DPS sort of situation. I don't know. Probably the former, with 2 sub DPSs that are gonna do a lot of damage. You're the first one that I asked that are not gonna pull him. Oh, he seems cool and stuff, but I don't know. He's not my type, I guess. I don't know. So I don't really feel like an urge to pull him or anything. What do you mean you're wrong, Dragon? How am I wrong? I don't want to pull Lohan. He does seem very cool though. I don't know. But so who am I saving for? Oh right, so I did get Durin. Finally on the 78th pull. I think it was that I got Durin. Oh, you pulled off stream? Yeah. As soon as I would get 160, because I grinded over the weekend a little bit, and as soon as I would reach 160 wishes, I would just like instantly do a pull. Oh, Dragon? What do you mean? I want Sandrani. Sandrani seems cool. Yeah, last minute grab. Yeah. Yeah. So I did get him. And I didn't know who to tell, but I immediately took a screenshot, sent it to Arthur, and told him I pulled my son. I finally have him. You're not playing with Melissa, you're wrong, but... Alright. None of this woo-woo. But yeah, very, very last minute grab. I don't know who I'm gonna pull for next, because the character that I really want to get is Alice, but I don't think she's gonna be coming to the game anytime soon. You know? So I guess I just get a different character or something. But we'll see. What characters are in game? I think I have all the characters that I mainly wanted to pull for. But now I just gotta save for Alice. Sandrani seems cool too, but I don't think I'm gonna get her either. What other characters are upcoming? Those are the only confirmed characters, right? I'm gonna be getting the Tsaritsa eventually. Weak. Check Discord. What? Yes, Wuwa. Lohan? What? Oh, someone using Lohan in the early access, the beta mode or whatever, right? Okay, in any case. During attack mode. Ah, got it. That's how you play him. Okay. In any case. You just wants Irene and then sees him getting tempted by Velina. Velina? I don't know. Who is that? Let me look it up. Velina! I should specify the game. Oh. She's pretty. Interesting. She has a big old bow? A bow, yeah. On her head. Very good. But nice. I have I don't think there's anyone in Genshin that I really want to pull right now. In Star Rail, there's a lot. She's pretty with large assets. Get Glorb to newbie. Thanks for watching 10 Days in a Row, Dragon. Even if all you come here is to tell me to play Woo and nothing else. But yeah, she do be pretty. And oh yeah, I have to do the ZZZ story. At this point, I guess after I catch up to... Which I'm caught up in Genshin story, and I'm gonna catch up with Star Rail story probably next Monday. Do the ZZZ story. Because I do want to start Pikmin 2, you know? Clerpy. Flexing the watch streaks. But very nice radical. Glorpy glorp. But I didn't realize it gave bonus points or whatever. I didn't realize my watch streak. Oh, or is it your turn to flex or what's up? Oh yeah, but in Star Rail, maybe I want to get Blade. How do I show? I don't know. I think when you go into someone's channel, it pops up, right? And then asks you if you want to share it. Because when I go into some people's chats, it's like, oh, do you want to show off your thing? I watched the VOD, Twitch told me to watch. What? Mine said I've been on 105 day streak. That's crazy. You should refresh the page. Flex that right now. I'm just kidding. But nice. What, Twitch told you to watch a VOD? Huh. But oh yeah. So sorry, right? I wanna... Blade is still a question mark. I wanna get Gilgamesh and Rin. But Gilgamesh is gonna be free. But I also want to get their light cones. I'm hoping that the Gilgamesh light cone will be like the Archer light cone, where if I do a lot of pulls, I can just get it for free. Hopefully. Twitch only lets you count as a viewer for like 2 channels max concurrently. Like, you can only have 2 streams open and count as a viewer? Or does it only count your streak? To basically close all the streams and watch a VOD clip into registers. Huh. You can watch the VOD to save the streak. Oh. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how that works. It only counts you as a viewer, including the streak credit on 2 streams at a time max. Oh, okay, I understand. Yeah, I've seen the CCC live stream and I'm excited. Oh yeah, I remember I think you were in chat when the stuff got posted. You know if you're being counted if you're getting the channel points. Yeah. Interesting. Because I know I have like a streak somewhere. I don't know. In any case, sorry, looks cool. Nice. I gotta save in Genshin. But luckily, I won't be pulling anytime soon, so we're good. But yeah. In any case, this is nearly turning into a yapping stream. That's okay. I think the story isn't very long. 4-ish hours, I think I said. 4.5-ish hours. So I should definitely be able to finish by tomorrow. Yeah, you yap too much. Sorry. And you're here. I'm just gonna lock it. So as a person that only ever talks about Wuwa. Wuwa this, Wuwa everything. You're too locked into Wuwa and nothing else. That's really not selling to catch up with the own story. That works. I think I'm only like 5 minutes, 10 minutes-ish in. So you should have had plenty of time to catch up, I hope. I'm locked in Wuwa. Okay. You gotta... Were you in your saving era, or are you still in your pulling on everything you see era? Alright, I'll let you do this time. Yeah, I'm also doing my noise. I don't think I'm gonna finish today. Tomorrow. I'm playing on everything I see. That's crazy. I don't know how you do it. Even though I was literally just going through that in Genshin. But now I say, Cyberpunk collab is too good. Oh yeah, I saw Arthur. He was showing off the characters. And I was like, well, I haven't seen Cyberpunk, so I'm still trying to go for Nicole. Oh, good luck. I barely grinded out enough wishes for Duran, so luckily I have both Nicole and Duran. Yay! So I still can't believe I've done, I think it's 230 pulls, and I only have 2 prunes. And I've gotten 3 5-stars. I don't know. After her, I'll probably skip Lohan and we can go for Sandrone. Another Sandrone puller. A few wishes on the weapon banner. I'm not gonna be pulling on the weapon banner anytime soon, probably. I don't know. We'll see. For Malvika's signature. Yeah. Let's see, where was I? Right. The full wish. Recap. And then we're gonna go to Graphia Academy. And then Blade's whole situation. But first we're gonna be going to the Graphia Academy, right? Surely?
Feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. One slip, and it's all gonna go splat. Are you okay?
I'm okay.
I wish I were as calm as you. I'm gonna go take a minute and collect myself.
So many things to deal with right now. Oh, what should I do next? Nah. I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
Are we gonna nap on the sofa instead of our room? I guess we're only sitting. A sofa with a plush velvet surface like a cradle. The moment you sit down, you practically melt into it. Oh, we are taking a nap. The static from the news broadcast, March's relentless questioning, the looming presence of the Lord Ravager, the dangerous flesh writhing on Blade's body, and the future of Phantasmoon games. All these tangled problems have knotted themselves into one chaotic mess. What can you do? You're just a poor little raccoon. You want to unravel the mystery, but now you're tangled up in its threads. You struggle uselessly for a bit, then give up, letting fatigue shroud your eyes in darkness.
Shh, Welt. She's tired. Let her sleep.
You never knew you could sleep this much. Himiko.
You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
As a nameless, I am not surprised. Yep, everywhere we go, there's always something going on.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom Pom, I was the only crew member on board. Constantly stretched thin and feeling out of my depth. All I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. A glitch in the Express's warp system. The notes were as dense as the coordinates on the astral charts, leaving me completely overwhelmed. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have to face a Lord Ravager. But strangely, now that the time has come again, I'm not panicking at all. Come to think of it, it's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. The Nameless who guided me before I set out once told me, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you. I've seen you grow through the Phantom Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. I'm truly proud of you. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago.
Oh. Is it about how Himiko got the the express running again?
I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart.
Himiko?
I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began.
How come you never mentioned it before?
Because it's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the express and tell you everything bit by bit.
All right, it's a deal. When I return from the world in Canvas, you can make us, let Shush make us some coffee. Then...
Oh.
Speaking of the world in Canvas, March told me about what Evanesia said to you.
Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Evanesia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. Silverwolf saw that Lord Ravager in action too. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramad's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed in freak accidents, leaving their surfaces covered in only smiling faces. 1,000 years ago, my ancestor Graphia created the world in Canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramad's invasion of Ahatopia, then could this disaster unleashed through the Phantom Moon games be the prelude to his next invasion?
It astonishes me that Graphia is still alive.
That's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long-lived species. Quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. What could my ancestor have gone through to still exist today? That too leaves me deeply curious.
Could you tell me more about Graphia?
There are far too many legends about her. It's hard to tell what's true and what's not. Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from beyond. Second, near the end of one of the Phantom Moon games, she created the world in Canvas to shelter inside it what was left of civilization and life, which means she is not only familiar with Asat Pramad, but has also witnessed the manifestation of the Eon of Elation.
About the world in Canvas.
Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in Canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. That portion became what we know as Plain Arcadia. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their glory.
Where do I begin?
Good question. As for who in Plain Arcadia knows Graphia and the world in Canvas best, it's probably Pearl. She was sent here by the IPC. She should have some clues to guide us in the right direction. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. She says she wants to talk to you in private.
Okay. Good news? I hope.
I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. She brought a little gift from the Cienjo, though. Mung bean soda.
That does not sound good.
Go talk to General Yaguang then. Don't keep her waiting. After that, come to the party car and fill us in on your next move.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Yaguang.
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Fullwish for the disaster she caused. But, to my surprise, it was you who defeated Fullwish. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for halting the plague and sparing countless lives from suffering.
You are too kind, General.
What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Not a word of this leaves the Express. Sealed within Ahatopia's core
Yeah.
is Ouroboros, the Veracity.
The Veracity. Well, actually, we do know what that is. That's cosmic level bad news.
You mean the Leviathan that can swallow whole planets? That Ouroboros the Veracity?
Looks like you know a thing or two about Ouroboros.
I've seen that terrifying thing in Herta's simulated universe.
Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers, and the planets they passed were devoured as the main course.
They wanted to eat the Swarm?
No one expected them to be here of all places, sealed away on this very planet, after vanishing for years.
Sealed? Are they dead?
The true
They gotta be alive.
situation remains unknown.
Huh.
But with this information, we can understand why Asat Pramod set his sights on this world. Aren't you a little afraid, facing a huge disaster like this?
Yes. I have a poker face.
Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Ishvara. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. It might just be a risky path worth taking. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the Veracity. From what I've heard, you are going there as well?
So the Graphic Academy stuff is gonna wait.
I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth are separate and apart, but the work which they do is the same. In other words, though your paths may differ, they are destined to intersect.
Is this gonna be Blade's funeral?
A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his
10%
body
chance.
and eliminate the Xianzhou's arch enemy? Or will it be a journey in which he settles all grudges and never looks back? It all depends on how he perceives it. Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop objecting.
General, are you betting everything on me?
Betting? No, I don't see it that way. We are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and in those beside us, knowing they can change the course of even the most desperate battle. That belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Fullwish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination, and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes unexpectedly, but I still need more hands to make it work.
Looks like the Phantom's Moon games will have to come to an end soon.
What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? It will be a tribute to the elation. The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my leave first.
Okay.
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone.
Yep. Let's talk to our fam.
What are they all up to over there?
Oh, they're already all together? Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you.
What are you all doing here?
We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course. Pom-Pom's heard all about your latest adventure.
We're still not done, Pom Pom. There's still more to do.
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one.
That's true.
You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement. Regardless of what the people of Plain Arcadia or the media may say, we raise a glass to you.
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy whatever their name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but Don Hung described it for me. You killed it!
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself from Shuhu's flesh. Thank you.
With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own missions. Before that, it felt right to have a small gathering like this.
Now, let's make a toast. Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia. And here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us. But I know the Astral Express will keep streaking across the stars.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey.
Cheers!
Glasses clink together like your hearts beating as one. After finishing the drinks, the Nameless each enjoy a brief moment of respite. Sunny!
Hmm? Did you need something?
Why are you here alone?
I need a break. I felt worn out ever since coming back from Seafeld TV Tower. Right now, it feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parties, no matter how tired I was, I'd have to clutch my glass and smile, keeping myself calm. Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep, but I didn't want to miss the chance to toast with you all.
Thank you for being with me on this journey.
I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey.
How sweet. I want to talk to Don Hung, but we gotta do him last.
I heard from Sunday about how the televised debate went. We won this battle because of you.
Mr. Yang, was everything okay on the Express?
When the televised debate began, a crowd outside the station gathered to protest the Astral Express and nearly broke through the barricades. But the moment the Joy Ascendants appeared, they scattered without a second thought. I guess people know deep down which is more dangerous, a made-up villain or an actual threat. But I am more concerned about you.
Me?
I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, an enormous surge of power seemed to erupt from you. It reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. Did you tap into the power of the Stellaron?
Maybe.
The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and malice. What might it do to the Stellaron? We have no idea. Be careful with this power you have, no matter how tempting it may seem.
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom heard you've got a solo mission coming up. Be safe, will you?
Conductor, do you remember anything from before the Express got back up and running?
Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember most of what happened right after the Express crashed onto this world.
Interesting.
Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up express window. No matter how hard Pom-Pom tries, Pom-Pom just can't wipe it clean. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the express, Pom-Pom got to share a one-of-a-kind journey with all of you.
How did you and Himiko meet, Pom-Pom?
How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. All Pom-Pom recalls is having a long and fuzzy sleep, then being woken by a knock at the door. And just like that, passenger Himiko was on board. The day passenger Himiko knocked, it felt like Pom-Pom was waking up from a dream. The express's heart started beating again and the lights flickered on one after another.
That's a little suspicious. Pom-Pom, have you heard of the name Graphia?
Graphia? Pom-Pom hasn't. But Pom-Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom-Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the express, and there are soft clinking and clanking sounds, just like the sound of stars twinkling. But every time Pom-Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Pom-Pom is only left with a warm and comforting feeling, knowing someone had taken good care of Pom-Pom.
Conductor, it's time for me to say goodbye.
Graphia?
Oh, crap.
But Pom-Pom at every time... Safe trip! Pom-Pom will take good care of the express while you're away.
Himiko is focused on her phone screen, seemingly messaging someone. Can we look at her phone screen? Damn, we can't. I tried. Unless? No. Ta-da!
There you are. March and I were talking about you.
You two miss me?
Yeah, of course.
He admitted it.
When did Don Hung start expressing his feelings like this? I guess pigs really do fly.
Yeah.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well, she spent her time wandering and eating. Her perfect little vacation.
She's doing her best.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and eating? I grab plenty of comics as well. I call it cultural exploration. With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it hit me that I might have neglected you and March.
To us, this is just trailblazing. I miss you too, man.
Well said. This vacation has expanded my horizons. And my stomach capacity.
She's so cute.
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on from past grudges and that abundance curse, and is now ready to do something for himself. It's going to be a path fraught with danger. So I had hoped to accompany him for a bit longer, but he refused. From now on, I will turn my attention to this world.
What are you gonna do next?
Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang to help with setting up some defensive formations.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues about Asat Pramod. Yours truly figured she'd been resting long enough, and it was time to stretch her legs. So I volunteered.
Can't believe we're splitting up again.
No problem. When you come back, you have to share everything you saw in the world in Canvas.
Otoko. Okay. Himiko, it's time.
Just in time. I've talked to Madame Pearl. She will handle all the arrangements for your passage, so you can enter the world in Canvas to find my ancestor Graphia.
Okay. When should I set off?
Actually, I hoped you could take some time to rest first. Once you fully rested, you may make your way to the dock in Seafeld City. Madame Pearl has a special ship waiting for you there. It will take you to the border between this world and the world in Canvas, a place known as Inkford Hermitage.
Okay.
That's your final stop before entering the world in Canvas, a place to gather your supplies and rest up before you set out on the journey ahead. I know you'll have to go alone this time, but I don't think it'll be dangerous. After all, that realm was created by Graphia, my ancestor. The thought of it makes me feel calm, in a strange but comforting way. If you get to meet her, please give her my regards.
Himiko, you're not coming with me?
I am indeed quite curious. I'd love to see this ancestor of mine for myself, and hear her story in her own words. But someone must stay here and keep watch. Madame Pearl wishes to confer with me and General Yao Guang about our next steps in dealing with Asat Pramod. So I'll be entrusting this mission into the world in Canvas to you. Go ahead.
Okay.
Set out once you've rested up. I'll be here with Welt and the others, awaiting good news from you.
Yes, ma'am. Alright, so. Is it gonna just teleport us there? Or she said she wanted us to rest first. Oh, we're gonna see. Okay. Merchant Ashvale, right?
In other words, that woman wants you to take Shuhu and jump straight into the Veracity and leave the rest to the Eon's stomach acid?
Oh.
And this is between me and him, right? Why are you tagging along?
Relax. I'll say my goodbyes and be gone. A dignified funeral, If you ask me, this ending is indeed grand enough.
I don't care about any of that. There's only one thing I care about. Does he have to die?
Here's a piece of advice, little cub. Whether he lives or dies is his choice. That's the one thing you don't get to decide for him.
It has landed.
What?
Nothing. Just a seabird landing on the rocks. A blade forged of mortal steel cannot sever an undying fate. If Shuhu is to be put down, the options are few. And that Leviathan is one of them.
In time, people will say this. The culprit of the Juming gave his life for the greater good and plunged into the abyss alongside the abomination.
I'm not as noble as you make it sound. Many years ago, you invited me to join the Galaxy Rangers. I refused for one reason. I'm a petty man. I was never born to carry some greater good. This is between Shuhu and me. Nothing more.
Can't argue with that. A Galaxy Ranger through and through. Well then. I won't say anything more.
Blade, you sure about this?
For years, death has clung to me like a curse, etched into my bones. If there is a chance to make a god feel the same pain, I would do it. Even if this body is reduced to ash. As for everyone else, there's no need to drag them into this. We'll proceed as Yao Guang proposed.
Okay.
Bury Shuhu at the end of the world in Canvas, taking me with him, and let the Veracity dissolve us both.
Take care.
Poor soul.
How about you stay as well? You might as well see it through to the end with us.
Plain Arcadia has bigger problems that need my attention. Your instincts were right. That meanie pulling strings from the shadows is none other than Asat Pramod.
Who else would want to kick a Ha's head like a ball?
So, I need to get back and finish my job.
Investigating a Lord Ravager sounds like a job you don't come back from.
Therefore, it also pays very well.
Then here's hoping you live long enough to collect your payment.
And March is gonna go investigate with him?
Every time, when it's just the two of us, you go quiet.
You know what I'm going to say. The seabird's flown off. It's time for us to go too.
Well. Oh.
The terror slumbering at the heart of Plain Arcadia is... Ouroboros.
After the swarm disaster, the Veracity vanished, never to appear again for more than 700 Amber eras. Their last rumored sighting was 500 years ago.
History fictionologists claim that Ouroboros lies in wait at the edge of the cosmos, guarded by their children, awaiting the day of their return.
I've heard that story before, but it wasn't about the edge of the cosmos. It was Pier Point. They say that the preservation is nothing more than a facade, and the IPC is, in truth, a cult devoted to the Veracity.
Organic life has quite the imagination. They've said other things, too. That Louis Fleming seeks to ascend as the Eon of Wealth. That the Council of Mundanites are mere hounds of Dr. Primitive. That the Marketing Development Department colludes with the destruction, turning a blind eye to the spread of Stellarons. Such rumors are endless. I believe the General should be able to tell which are true and which are not.
I've never heard the last one, so let's assume it's the only one that's true.
Come here, come to my side. Just one more step. One more.
Such terrible breath. Once this Leviathan awakens, the Arcadia's destruction would be all but instantaneous.
For now, this remains conjecture. The sealed remains appear to be a husk that Ouroboros once shed. Why it's here, and how it's connected to the elation, remain unknown. Yet even a fragmented remnant of an Eon is a threat that can't be ignored. The calamity of the Leviathan must not be allowed to re-emerge in this world.
Naturally. That is why I'm here. And it's about time for the two Nameless to arrive. Oh, you're just on time.
General Yao Guang, as instructed, warding talismans have been placed at over a dozen sites across Plain Arcadia.
My thanks. It was Mr. Yang's talent of creation out of nothing that allowed us to reproduce dozens of plumes and complete the deployment with such speed. Now, with Yin and Yang aligned, and all four aspects in place, as long as we set up the last formation core, the Decalight reflection barrier will be complete.
Using the divine eye of the Spiritus to weave a giant web, one that ensnares countless possible futures. General, have you truly made up your mind?
Though Shuhu has been eradicated, the signs of doom have not faded. On the contrary, they grow ever clearer. After much consideration, the source can only be this restless corpse.
One crisis is yet to pass, and another is already upon us. The Arcadia's ley lines were already riddled with scars. And now even the ancient tree's seal is starting to loosen. While Evanesia is asleep, someone must take up her duty to guard this place.
But defending isn't the way of the hunt. If you don't want to become the prey, you must become the hunter.
General, do you intend to go on the offensive and suppress the remains of the Veracity?
How could I? The Joy Seeker could barely confine that husk using the Abundance's ambrosial arbor as its cage. I'm not that arrogant as to place myself alongside the gods. I'm not here to guard against an Eon, but against a lesser menace. Lord Ravager Asat Pramod. This barrier is prepared for him.
Asat Pramod has been meddling with the game from the shadows. His intentions unclear. We know little about him or the Veracity. By chance, however, a friendly citizen has provided us with intel.
Ouroboros' remains are in Ahatopia, aren't they? Silence is an answer in itself. I've seen that reaction too many times.
Such a pretty NPC. We need more 4-stars. She should be the 4-star. Bam. Easy fix.
I'm not surprised that you were the first to discover it. You were in the Torn Scroll too. The probability of you noticing was 24%.
That's a little low, don't you think? I'd put it at well over 90.
What I don't understand is this. There were countless ways to verify your hypothesis. Yet you chose the most unconventional one. You bypassed security and broke into the building to confront me in person. What is your objective?
This is no confrontation. It's a warning, Madam Pearl. I'm a security officer, and there is only one reason I'm here. While everyone else is fixated on the Phantasmoon games, only the Department of Aberration Defense is watching other places.
Like the location where the new Herald of Death case was closed?
Correct. The incident involved 4 Daybreak warriors, 3 nameless, 1 detective, and 1 officer. But just moments ago, a 10th set of footprints appeared at the scene.
After the investigation, we learned that the traces were left deliberately. A blatant provocation.
The Lord Ravager bent on destroying the Elation came uninvited. Make no mistake. Plain Arcadia is a stage he chose with care, and drawing the Abundance into the fray was hardly a whim.
Our top priority is to dispose of Shuhu's flesh properly to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands and causing another calamity.
That said, we cannot afford to ignore Asat Pramod's next move.
This giant web is prepared for that very purpose. Once the entire planet is folded into the divination's trajectory, under the gaze of the Omnitia, all possibilities will be laid bare. When that time comes, he won't wish to leave any footprints behind.
One final question. Why did the Lord Ravager choose to visit this place? Does he have an ulterior motive? Or is this merely some twisted joke?
That question should be left to the professionals. Don't forget, we have a detective who can't seem to rest. Let's hope the accumulation of variables can tip the scales in our favor.
Back to Ashvale.
And so, the people set out, and the gondola, bound for distant lands, set sail. At the end of the world, the Elation once again declared war upon the Veracity. Frail little humans! Ouroboros split their mouth wide open. Whoever can fill my whole mouth with but a single thing shall receive a reward. My tongue. The fool known as the Shepherd captured a comet, but it wasn't even enough to fill the gap between the Veracity's teeth.
I thought the Veracity didn't have a tongue. I need to see the splash art again.
The bartender Braji opened the wine cellar. But they only grew drowsy, drifting off to sleep. And en route, he crept up to the Veracity's ear and told them a corny joke. The Veracity pondered it for 10 amber eras, then burst into laughter at their own amusement. En route spread his hands and said, "See? I filled your mouth with laughter."
Then what happened?
Then the Veracity said, "Are you kidding me?" And with that, they opened their gaping maw and tore en route to pieces.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Those are the facts, my inquisitive auditor. If you want to hear more stories, you're welcome to discuss with your classmates.
Well, her face.
We came here to investigate the Veracity and Asat Pramod, but all we got were stories that only a 3-year-old would believe.
Rumors don't just appear out of thin air. It's just a matter of how much truth you think they hold.
At least 90% of that was made up.
Sometimes that last 10% is all you need.
What?
Plenty of bystanders around. Let's hear what they have to say.
Ashvale's detective notes. The case of missing Veracity. The assistant meticulously compiled the case details for the detective in neat handwriting. A trail of unknown footprints appears at the abandoned station, a weird emoji running amok in the tavern. All clues point to the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod. The detective is back on the case. Will he be able to track down the Leviathan's footprints in the tavern? P.S. The refrigerator's cooling system is down. Remember to repair it. Note, scribbled handwriting jotted down by the detective at the scene. Shepard, this guy summoned Comet Sippy, the Veracity. Sounds like a fairy tale. Braggy, there are plenty of bartenders in the Laughter's Tavern, but he's the most famous one. Rumor has it he still hasn't paid off the tab from the time he cracked open the wine cellar. En route, feeding a Leviathan corny jokes. Crazy idea. I highly doubt his wordplay would be enough for the Veracity to feast on. Interesting.
You two asking about the Veracity? You thinking about walking that path?
Chungus is his name? Big Chungus.
Walk the path of Veracity? Do I need to eat everything in sight?
You got it. Kids always dream big. Some are bulldozers, some are monsters, and I am on a board. And the man.
Ugh, can you talk normal? Stop gulping for air.
I swore to become a Veracity Pathstrider. I eat everything. Tasty, nasty, anything I could chew. Finally, I pinched my nose and swallowed loose mold, and they looked at me.
Ouroboros?
Nah. Very regrettable.
Enough already.
I'm telling you, it was all bluffing.
They sound like Albert a little bit.
Didn't lose. En route and Dorothy, when the Veracity wasn't looking, roll up her skin like a grape, snatch it up and poke it. Then poof, they were gone. Even Comic-Con Collective don't got a Veracity card. I already filed a formal complaint with the organizers. You should be putting this much effort into your studies.
They say a dull pen beats a sharp memory. My memory's dull, and my pen's not much better.
Then you must have a lot of stationery?
A kindred spirit. Miss, it seems you're one of us as well. I've met far too many fools who can't even read. Oddly enough, those of us who truly love learning are the rare ones. Interested in studying the knowledge of the laughter? I have a reference book here. You can have it.
How to Poke an Eon and Get Away, a book signed by the Scarecrow that records the tales of masked fools who dare offend Eons. They view this as a rite of passage in a fool's career, rushing headlong into it, one after another, never tiring of the thrill. Paid per second, one-day tour of the Amber World. Borrowing some of the poor sap's iris, the fool's shapeshifters donned a sharp suit and boarded a shuttle at Pier Point Skyport. He flashed a warm smile at every passenger in the cabin. Billionaires wealthy enough to rival nations, monarchs of galactic belts, board members of industry monopolizing foundations, all of whom had emptied their coffers for a single pilgrimage, an audience with the Amber Lord. The shuttle pierced through the dark debris, through the debris disk, drawing near the Amber Lord's colossal form. They had stood there since before the sentient life was born. They would likely remain long after the sentient life had vanished. Following the countless marks left over the eons of the subspace crystalline barrier, some prayed in silence, some wept softly, while the Amber Lord offered no response. Who would notice a single speck of dust in the vast expanse of space? The fool-carved shapeshifter was here, into the barrier, then took his leave without a second glance. Remnant dream of the Primeval Imperium into the mouth of veracity. Ouroboros, the ancient leviathan that survived the Dusk Wars, was said to have chased Aha all the way to the roots of the imaginary tree. A fool named Enru attempted to confirm the truth of this tale, but alas, he couldn't run as fast as Aha and was caught by the veracity and swallowed whole. Who would have guessed that inside the veracity's belly lay a wondrous world of its own? The veracity was so massive that the lives previously devoured had established their own kingdoms on their stomach walls. Thumb-sized doors, clever horsefolk, talking competent cicadas, and Root explored this place with delight and encountered fellow swallowed fools Dorothy, Braggy, and the shepherd. Together they adventured and found the veracity's heart and gave it a good kick, and were belched out into the universe with the mighty wretch. And Root quickly plucked off the veracity's shadow and spread it all over the fools like a blanket. Shepherd then tossed out a comet, and the dim-witted Ouroboros was drawn to its light. The fools finally escaped with their lives. After that, countless fools sought the treasures within the veracity's belly, but none ever caught so much as a glimpse of the veracity again. Everyone is a driller. After the Eon of Beauty vanished, the fool Davin made a proclamation to the tavern, instantly attracting a massive following, chanting, "Everyone is a driller." They sparked an artistic storm and launched a reckless charge towards pushing the boundaries of the path of beauty. For example, they stuck bananas to agates with polyvinyl chloride tape, scribbled graffiti on every household item in sight, and proclaimed them great works of art, and even found time to fight a few copyright lawsuits with the IPC. Okay, seems like they were testing the limits of art. That was until they arranged a space junk across an entire planet's surface to form Adrila's visage, at which point the Knights of Beauty finally rounded them all up. However, after 7 days and 7 nights of deliberation, the hastily convened round table of Knights of Beauty ultimately decided to release the fools, since to punish them they would have to acknowledge that these depictions actually resembled Vidrilla. Afterward, say no to Waha. After coming this far, it seems that I must tell my own story. The night before I finished this piece, a visitor casually strolled into the tavern, sat across from me, and ordered us each a bomb's first drop. They didn't introduce themselves, but I already knew who they were. They said, "Buddy, I hear you're writing a little book. I've read it. Quite interesting, but there are a few points worth discussing." I listened patiently as they spoke, and rejected every single change they proposed. They downed the last drop of the bomb in one gulp, then left the tavern. Their retreating figure looked utterly forlorn.
This feels completely made up. But, thanks anyway.
Oh, please. Thank the seniors. To compile this book, they offended every Eon they possibly could, and narrowly escaped death at the hands of each and every one of them. As for me, I'm just the one who keeps the books circulating.
Hey, friends! How was your first day of school?
Oh.
Where were you just now? You opened the door for us and just disappeared. Don't tell me you're up to something again.
Oh, still doubting me? You're breaking Sparkskull's heart here. That whole foolish thing. I took on every emoji in the tavern by myself, fought them all the way to the end of the world, and even wore my mask down to nothing! But honestly, this place runs on rumors. Aha is being chased by the Veracity. Aha chases the Veracity. We won't get anywhere following stories like this.
Let's go through what we know so far.
Aha, Veracity's was... Yeah?
Yeah, it's a complete mess.
So, after a bit of thought, Lady Sparksy came up with a brilliant idea. I borrowed a nifty little gadget from a friend. The unreal Sparks and Spark! No idea how it works. But apparently, this light bulb makes you smarter the moment you put it on.
Does this friend know you borrowed it?
The Supramod has a gun to our heads, and this is what you're worried about? He'll find out one day.
Well then, I'll go first.
It, doesn't look very reliable. Are you sure about this?
No worries. If anything goes wrong, the friend in my head will protect me.
So cute.
Doesn't seem to have any effect.
No, it's working perfectly. I get it now. All of it. No need to dance around. Our enemy is a Lord Ravager. There's only one question we need answered. How does Asat Pramod plan to destroy Elation?
Correction. The effect is very obvious.
Judging by Nanook's habit of picking Lord Ravagers, I wouldn't be surprised if Asat Pramod was once a masked fool, and therefore knows Aha's weakness. The Arcadia is like a microcosm of eons and paths. People indulge themselves in fabricated happiness, unable to pull themselves away from it. Many have expressed their concerns. This isn't elation. Aha is playing with fire.
A classic social realist deduction. Old-fashioned. Ooh, but effective. We're closing in on the truth.
Yes. The answer is all but revealed. You are Asat Pramod. Sparksy.
What?
Do you have evidence? Of course. The truth is so simple that everyone overlooked it. The evidence is, you were the first person I met when I got off the express.
If I am Asat Pramod, would you and Grey Hair have been able to walk out of the school alive?
Yeah, fair point.
Just take that thing off already.
That's Asheville. I'm just kidding.
That's weird. I thought I was on the right track.
Let me give you a lesson. Deduction isn't about people skills. It's about smart tricks and flawless logic.
Oh.
Watch and learn. Sparkle, master of the classic whodunit, has entered the chat.
You changed your clothes just for this?
So are they the same now? Because I know one was a mask and one was maybe the original one. Or are they back to being one?
First of all, Ouroboros likes to eat. Secondly, whatever they eat disappears completely. Therefore, veracity is also a form of destruction. This is the classic mystery of one culprit, two identities. The one trying to kill Elation is the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, played by the Veracity!
What?
What am I even saying?
Classic whodunit. This is more like a classic Who's the Dummy.
I get it now. All this thing does is make wild guesses sound reasonable. So far, that's the most accurate piece of information we've gotten.
No need to be so serious, detective. Why don't you show us what you've got? By the way, what type of detective are you?
Me? I'm the tough guy type. I don't waste time on useless details. I aim straight at the heart of the problem. You're not wrong. Assad Pramod is Nanook's weapon to assassinate Aha. Whatever his plan may be, the target doesn't change. Remember, as far as humanity knows, there are only 3 ways an Eon can fall.
A broader path engulfs a narrower one. Divine warfare between eons. The third one. What was it again?
Forcing an Eon to turn away from their own path.
Whichever it is, none of it sounds remotely connected to plain Arcadia. So, what makes you so certain Assad Pramod is here on business, not on vacation?
Because we folks just dug up one heck of a treasure from underground. And in the stories tied to them, we've unearthed more than a few names worth paying attention to.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of what we were reading. Let's see. Wait, actually it's different writing. I read the names. It's like, yeah, we read these names. You finally tell us the third one. Yep. The case of the missing veracity. The assistant meticulously compiled the case details for the detective in neat handwriting. A trail of unknown footprints appeared at the abandoned station. A weird emoji running amok in the tavern. All clues point to the Lord Ravager, Assad Pramod. The detective is back in the case. Will he be able to track down the Leviathan's footprints in the tavern? P.S. The refrigerator... Okay, that's the same. This guy summoned comments to feed the veracity. Sounds like fairy tale. Okay, Dorothy. So this is... Okay. This is where we pick up. In another version of the story, Enroute didn't tell a lame joke. He and Dorothy made off with the Eon's shed skin. In the bizarre story, Enroute once ventured into the belly of the veracity and managed to escape after plucking their shadow. Dorothy. Haven't seen that name in a while. She has ties to Enroute too. Scarecrow. I guess he can be considered an old friend of mine. This guy actually wrote a book. That's the same. This one's different. The fool whom Enroute met inside the belly of veracity, akin to an extra dragged in to make up the numbers in the soap operas Mr. N loves watching. Okay.
That's just a title. Anyone with a girlish heart can call themselves Dorothy.
She's the most suspicious with the least information.
Between you and me, Director Sparkle used that name once too. Guess when?
Looks like this clue has little value to it.
Let's go through all of them.
An old pal who can't stop lying. He goes on and on about death being a solitary feast, but I just saw him last week, alive.
I see you're acquainted. Please, introduce us sometime.
Baraji? Forget it! He's good behind the bar, but slippery as an eel. Ask him to work for Nanook, and he'd run away on the spot.
The former bartender of the tavern. Everyone knows him. Couldn't be him.
Him? He caused trouble in Gotham City a few days ago. Pearl threw him into prison.
I know. I was the one who caught him.
And the
right.
one most suspicious.
He's the one I can't stop thinking
He had the
about.
most stuff.
The stories change every time, but they all circle back to the same logic.
One where he told the joke, one when he stole the shadow, and then the one where he was inside of the veracity.
Enroute defeated the veracity by some means.
You're right. Then who is this Enroute? Do you know him?
Enroute.
Sample?
Of course she does!
You're not gonna see it,
Everyone in the tavern knows that name. Long ago, its owner grew tired of jokes, cast aside his mask, and walked away. Some say he became a mourning actor. Others say he jumped into IX's black hole.
Have a Sparkle segment without a word pairing. True. But Scarecrow and Dorothy was a reference to... Oh! You know what? You're right. They debated that and it was really a Batman reference setup. Yeah. I didn't even think of The Wizard of Oz with Dorothy and Scarecrow. I was just like, huh. They'd be names. So we would just be missing the other two.
But none of that matters. What truly matters is that you have my unreal Sparks and Spark!
Oh, it was his.
I knew it.
Give it back, give it back! That's a big order my client wants immediately!
What do you mean, give it back? It just wandered off, and I happened to find it on the way, so I brought it home. You want it? Here, take it now.
Absolutely not. Wait, right now? This doesn't sound like you at all.
No. If it's a no, it's a no. Yes, I'll keep it. Bye-bye.
Oh.
Get back here!
Sir, do you need to hire a private detective?
You're trying to get more work?
Hey!
Can you catch her for me?
Of course. I'll have that thing returned to you safe and sound in half a day. But, in exchange, I'd like you to elaborate a bit more on what you were saying.
Oh, so that's why you're here. Now, old Sempo's intel isn't cheap. Waiving the fee won't quite cut it, will it?
Name your price. Put it on Pearl's tab.
Ha! Just kidding. Money talks boring. Besides, the Astral Express and I go way back. Oh, and I wouldn't scam you two.
Broken. Taking any job you can get. Yes.
The en route you're looking for lives up to the name. There's nowhere he can't reach. Only places he hasn't been yet. He's the gold standard of the masked fools. He only shows up where he's least welcome. A morning actor's stage, a friend's wedding, even inside the Veracity's mouth. All for the sake of a good laugh. Oh.
That lines up. Sounds like the origin of the legend. So, he's a friend of yours?
Not a chance! Back when old Sempo was still a kid, En route was already a name in the history books. He left the tavern during the Second Prosperity. They say after hearing 30 trillion jokes, he never laughed again. Before he left, En route said one thing that, at the time, no one cared about. Elation has been dead for a long time.
Where did he go after he left the tavern?
The tavern has 10,000 mouths, all telling different stories. All I know is this. He said he was headed for the true world's end, and then he vanished without a trace.
How do you know all this?
Oh, I've been around long enough to have my own channels. Just trust old Sempo. And about catching Sparksy?
Leave it to me. I keep my word.
Elation's already dead. The body we saw was, we thought of the Veracity.
Ah, see? You only need that 10% of the story to be true.
The last thing he said was really scary.
So many unanswered questions about en route. He has to be tied to Asat Pramod somehow, but our leads at the tavern have run their course. Let's go pay a visit to another expert next.
Oh. Pay a visit? Or a phone call? Or
Speak
that?
of the devil. Only a Cianjo general could arrange something like this, I suppose.
Running.
I'm surprised as well.
And the beautiful fugue.
You've only just left Amphorius, and already you've managed to draw the attention of another Lord Ravager.
Miss Ron May? And Miss Ting Yoon?
We're here by General Yao Guang's request. It seems we arrived just in time. At first, I only came because the Shenzhou extended an invitation, and it seemed impolite to refuse. Now that I'm here, I see it was well worth the trip. So, let me get to the point. Ouroboros has long been dead. Their death was merely buried beneath layers of secrecy.
Hardly surprising. They disappeared after the swarm disaster, and there are many different opinions on where they went. The Intelligentsia Guild claims the Veracity ate their fill and entered hibernation. I don't buy it. Those scholars are fond of post-meal naps themselves, likely just projecting their own habits.
Don't drink anything she offers. Yep, she's gonna drug us. Don't drink it!
You seem surprisingly calm, which makes sense. After all, the shadow in your right hand is evidence as well.
So it is a Veracity.
Why don't you tell everyone what happened to the Galaxy Rangers back on Von Walk?
Von Walk.
Sprightly Von Walk. I've heard there's a particular phenomenon that occurs on that rainforest planet. Plants multiply and grow and are then harvested like wild grass. A cycle repeating every few decades. Almost identical to the Phantom Moon games.
But how are the two connected? When you hear plants and growth, shouldn't that make you think of abundance? Huh. Wait.
It seems you figured it out. By coincidence, abundance is another thing the two worlds have in common. When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences, Mr. Ashvale. No. Leader of the Rangers, Mr. La Mancha. Perhaps you could explain this to our nameless friend.
Back on Von Walk. I'd already long since stopped being a ranger. Your conjecture is basically correct, Miss Ron May. You're not the only genius to take life as a subject of study. By the time I arrived, the atavistic experiment was already approaching its final phase. Dr. Primitive had set his sights on an ancient leviathan. Beneath Von Walk's surface, there also lay the remains of the Veracity.
You stopped him.
The Rangers stopped him. Back then, Mr. N was still human.
Now, deep beneath Ahatopia, another corpse of the Leviathan lies buried. If I'm not mistaken, there are countless other worlds carrying out the same ritual. Aha sealed Ouroboros' body among the stars, suppressed it with abundance, siphoned the power of the Path of Veracity, and called it a game. This is what people call the Phantom Moon games.
Uh-huh. Why would they do such a thing?
Why not? Periodic, different occurrence in... Oh, simulated universe.
You may remember, the Express once delivered a Leviathan's carcass to me. That wasn't the only one in my collection.
I don't think I've done the simulated universe or the divergent universe in so long.
By arranging remains from different eras in sequence, I discovered something rather intriguing.
Is there a pattern?
At a certain moment over 1,000 Amber eras ago, just as Akifili began traveling in pursuit of their ideal, all creations of the Veracity lost the same organ. Their taste buds.
Is that why? Yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember how the Veracity looks that much, but I'm like, I could have sworn they don't have a tongue.
What does that imply?
The purpose of consumption changed. Be they spawns, depth crawlers, or void song whales, their genetic markers encoding gustatory organs vanished entirely. Creatures walking the path of Veracity became nothing more than biological black holes, consuming without discrimination.
The universe once again has the deepest of deep lore setup. Yeah, it really does. A lot of it circles back to the simulated universe.
This was not natural evolution.
The simulated version. There it is.
I identified the point of divergence in history. A concept had disappeared from the path of Veracity. Consider this. What do taste buds provide?
Yummy flavors?
Precisely. Savoring something's aftertaste is an act of elation.
So Aha stole the original Primum Mobile of the Veracity?
The simulated universe proves nothing on its own. But the primal desires of life have always been entangled. Think of it as my intuition. The conflict between the eons of elation and veracity stretches all the way back to primordial times.
How many people know about this?
There used to be 2. I only told Yu Qingtu. Now, there are 5. After this, I can't be sure.
Exploit the old conflict between Aha and Ouroboros to ignite a divine war, or allow intersecting paths to devour one another. Of the 3 known ways to kill an eon, the Arcadia fulfills at least 2. Now who still thinks Asap Ramat is here on vacation?
But you still haven't explained where it came from.
Oh, you mean the shadow? It has nothing to do with Funwalk.
Oh?
Call it a twist of fate. This isn't my first encounter with the Astral Express.
What?
Nor my first time dealing with a Lord Ravager when my home was destroyed by Zulo. I had a brief encounter with a former navigator.
Former navigators, whoever was before Kimiko. 502 damage from the original SU Elation Blessings. Yeah. I remember, I think the Elation is, I don't know, I would always go for either Elation or Erudition back when the simulated universe first came out. Fish all making a whole lot more sense. The lore has been loring. Or they've already started putting, what is it, like, hints in the past that are only making more sense now.
A navigator of the Express?
Yes. Starseer, I see. He'd already retired by then. He was the one who told me about the Shadow. According to IC, it was one of many remnants left behind when the Express first carved paths along the edges of the cosmos. I led the Rangers to suppress the Shadow and devised the plan to assassinate Zulo. But I never learned why it was there in the first place.
Don't you find it strange, Mr. Ashvale?
Strange?
When coincidences pile up, they cease to be coincidences. Like an experiment with results that are too perfect, it's enough to send a chill down your spine.
Guy from the New Valley. Oh god. Is that you're really on top of it. I've been just like, I guess, tricked out with a lot of the stuff. I don't know who was telling me about one of the new events. I was like, oh, I don't even know there's the new event was the little plain one.
If you don't mind, let's walk through the whole thing once more.
I didn't lock in.
Earlier, what did you two uncover in the tavern?
Someone suspected to be a Sat Pramod knew about the Veracity's secret. Before disappearing, he said he was headed for the end of the world.
Where the Veracity is said to be.
And then? Who did he say the Shadow belonged to?
Veracity?
A former navigator.
Oh,
The
right.
Shadow was a remnant left behind when he charted the cosmos.
If the world's end isn't the tavern, then where is it?
I don't know if anyone can answer that question. Not even Akivilli. Wait. Don't tell me.
Is it the place?
En route only goes where he isn't welcome. After leaving the tavern, he went to the Astral Express.
The detective game is over.
We're not too late, are we? Lord Roger Sopramod is back. The laughter, but he's joke. En route, heading for the true world's end, Astral Express. Haven't a long time, old friend. Oh, haven't in a long time, old friend. What?
I have to say, not many people can make me change my plans.
Well, it's scary.
Whether in the past or present, you've always been one of them.
So, it is you.
You know how it is, kid. I've always enjoyed arriving uninvited.
Well? No, take me back.
Pearl said she would arrange a ferry to pick us up at the Seafeld City dock. The place we're going to holds clues about Graphia. Really?
Oh. You have pieces from the new Navigator set? I don't know. Hold on. Me see. I've been farming. You can access the relic stories. Oh, maybe. Hold on. I should probably. Not the backpack. What was it called? Actually, no, it is the backpack. I can just filter, right? These aren't the ones, I don't think. No, that's the other stuff. Maybe I don't have it. It's probably near the bottom. Oh. Well, these are the ones that I don't have, right? Yeah. So I don't have it. If I have 0, yep. But I can't check it out from here. No. Oh, that's okay. All right. New plan. I could. Someone has to have it, right? She's elation. I don't think you can access the lore without getting the corresponding pieces. Can I find a way? I can't click on it? I could have sworn I could have clicked on the details. It's not a set recommended for any current characters anyway. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's Himiko Nova will want it. Yeah. Yeah, well, I tried. Let's claim our achievements. I do want to pull Himiko. Sure. I should probably just farm it just in general because I'm gonna need it. Can we already? What? Did I not do it? Oh no, I haven't done it this week. Go. Oh right, because today's Monday. Today it reset. Can I already start pre-farming her? No, right? No. You got spare span to burn? I do. Maybe I'll get blade. Well, you know what? Lore-wise, we might as well go all of it. And do I have a lot of stamina to burn with the extra thingies? I'll just keep this team. This is fine. All right. We must find out the lore.
My strength isn't what it mountains move. Dragon rise!
I see through you.
The lore. Yes.
I wanted to doubt farewell. In this, watch over you and guide you on your path.
Fight to the death. Fiddle the toes.
My purpose is to protect.
Eye for an eye.
I want to get Treeby's thing first.
Delivering more.
I offer my
beasts slaughter each other.
I hope I get all the pieces.
Fight to the death. Eye for an eye.
The price of judgment. It's colliding the west wind. Away we go.
Fight to the death.
Dragons soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
Eye for an eye.
Okay.
I'll stand in their way.
I offer my
beasts slaughter each other. Fight to the death. Eye for an eye. Fight to the death. Eye for an eye.
Okay.
My strength isn't what it was.
I want to make my decision once I finish the story. Because I've never been the biggest fan of Blade. Though admittedly he has been growing on me since playing Arcadia. So we will see. Chances are probably yeah.
This is permanence.
I don't have, from a meta perspective, I don't really have Akron. Akron's supposed to be one of the characters that works well with him, right? But
my purpose
he's also supposed to work with Ashrail, right? And if he's a new Treeby, does that mean he's gonna replace Treeby in this team? Maybe he could also just replace Sunday instead. So he'd probably need healing, so I'd need to have a different healer and not a preservation unit. I don't know. Or maybe once I pull, I'll have to research all that.
I offer my blood.
Beasts slaughter each other. Fight to the death.
Eye for an eye.
My strength isn't what it was.
He's dislodged Joshua from Akron teams to make her somewhat meta relevant. But he's also slots willing to follow up teams like Astro. Yeah.
Fight to the death.
So if it's follow up, you
job
would.
is to be nosy. Hit him with horns.
Serenity is before me.
Gut says you're shady. Let's see.
I didn't even need
I
to
offer
do
my
that, but
blood to consume this injustice.
that's fine.
Beasts slaughter each other.
Eye for an eye.
Okay. It's these four, or the it doesn't matter. Hold on. It's just these four. Okay. Actually, okay. Like for this team, you'd probably replace Sunday. Yeah, you got all four. Yeah, I'd replace Sunday, but also probably replace Dan Heng, because I heard something about him draining HP or something. Does it matter what order I read them? I'll just start with left to right, I guess. As Navigator Issei sees it, a telescope meticulously crafted by the Navigator, he witnessed life being born from barren stardust, and also saw destruction rise from the beyond. The Navigator's die ring. Every spin possesses a curious riddle. He seems to have played the game with many. Some walked away winners, others vanished without a trace. Woven into the unassuming patterns on the Navigator's uniform are intricate astral charts mapping every journey that Astral Express has ever taken. Each golden thread traces a voyage across the stars. There's actual story entries for each time. Yeah. And you read these first and then I go there. The Navigator's tailor-made leather boots, rumored to possess a special magical power that guides their wearer to every place where they've decidedly not. I don't think I've ever read the relic information in Sorrow. I know I've done it for Genshin with like the one of the books talked about the knights or something. I was going through the lore stuff in Genshin, but I don't think I ever did for Sorrow. But still. Okay. I'm blind, aren't I? I am blind. There it is. Lightcone relics. Hey, now I have all 180 of them. Okay. Headpiece first. As Navigator Issei sees it, Navigator's deep space mirror head, stargazing log number 13,045, J Amber Era, observation target, Akasha system, echoing lands of Ekoya. Liquid metal lifeforms have formed an empire ruled by a central consciousness. Due to the memory-retaining properties of the metal, this planet is capable of condensing and projecting three-dimensional phantoms of past events. A treasured divine fragment supposedly records the deity who enlightened the Ekoyans, but if you ask me, this is merely a seed casually tossed aside by the elation. Pitiful primitive lifeforms, they have no idea that the god they worship is long past saving. Stargazing log number 14,089. Day Amber Era. Observation target or system flavor source star in the civilization where eating is equated with beauty. The more you consume, the more resources you obtain. To cram some more food, stomach expansion surgery has somehow become the trendy among the locals. Now the more outrageous the food casting, the more it triggers a frenzy of imitation. I remember now, there was once a fool who brought a never-ending piece of flesh to the famine-stricken Orsians. Unsurprisingly, boundless elation turns people into beasts. It's almost... This reminds me of like, not the surgery part, but like the eating stuff, like the whole mukbangs and all that stuff. Stargazing log number 14,758. Observation target Adlevon. I witnessed a galactic arm crumble like fragile glass. Countless stars extinguished in silence, as if embers in the wind. Like a painting, impurities wiped clean, leaving only silent emptiness. Golden radiant flames cannot be gazed upon, cannot be spoken of. Golden blood flames, destruction, birth, answer, appears. At that point, the stargazing logs can come to an abrupt halt. That day also left an irreplaceable crack on the lens, and the light of the eye behind the lens dimmed completely. Navigator's game die. Hands. Oh, it's all here. Okay. Every time he told a joke, he'd spin that ring of his as if that die held a million wicked ideas. Even on the day Machiavelli disappeared, he had a mood to make jokes. He said, "What's the most important lesson for Machiavelli? Always buy insurance in advance. Get yourself covered and we keep trailblazing." But why couldn't he laugh at his own joke? From the As I Saw It joke collection compiled by a certain nameless, everything has gone to hell. Complete chaos. 3 nameless left the day before yesterday. Yesterday, 5 companions fought over the candidacy for the next navigator during a warp, and few others tried to dismantle the Express's core engine and take it away. And today, a murder on one of the cars. Finally, the navigator assembled the nameless. He invited us to play a game, a test of courage, to settle the race to become the next navigator. Every time the dice spins, we would receive a random game mission. Choose between saving a comet ship on the brink of sinking and taking 60% shot at winning a massive lotto with 3 people stranded on a desert planet. Try to reach the finish line on time with supplies for 2. At first, nobody took it seriously, but fewer and fewer nameless came back from these missions. Those who broke the rules or lost the games, they all... So there used to be a whole lot more nameless on the crew. Mr. Issei, you're the one who led the Astral Express through its darkest days. I don't know if I can untie the nameless the way you did, but I don't have your charisma, nor am I as decisive. But I will do my best. If we were to ever meet again, please tell me what you saw when we approached the segmentum that made you step off the express without hesitation. Even after all our time together, sometimes I feel like I never truly knew you. Falcon Edmondson, letter to Issei. Think how big the party car is. Yeah, but this seems like there's even more than the party car. Was the party car even larger? Were there 2 party cars? Because it said something about one of the cars not working anymore. Wait, then what? How come we didn't have the room for the longest time? If the party car huge, right? And we're on like the 2nd floor of the party car, but that's a storage room. Where are the rest of the rooms? Where do these people stay? Surely they don't just sleep in the chairs in the party car, or, in just like the general area. I think we get a room after Bellabach canonically. That's true, because they said, oh yeah, a long time in the past, or whatever they said at the very beginning of it. But maybe we should... Would it be after? Probably. I guess, no, yeah, that would make the most sense. But then where are the rest of the rooms? Why did we get a storage room and not a room, you know? Because if there's this many people on the express... Anyways, this is not what I should be taking from these logs. Anyways, the body piece. In those golden years, following in Machiavelli's footsteps, the nameless swept across the cosmos like a tidal wave. They shared a strong drinks on the frozen plains of the Pagaseca, staying at the top of their lungs in the meteor belts of the celestial comet system. They raced, they roamed. The silver rails became threads of longitude and latitude, connecting civilizations once isolated from one another. Well, Himiko did repair the express after it crashed. Oh yeah, because it did crash. No, you're right. And she probably came after all those people. Because we're a raccoon. We're just sleeping in the trash can. He can still recall Machiavelli's silhouette, a figure that seemed naturally capable of pulling the trust of all the nameless. Why is it that I seek answers, yet all I find is a life full of questions? He asked Machiavelli for the confusion He asked. I'm reading too fast. Falcon Anderson, I think, was the navigator when Mikhail joined the Express and gave him the hat we inherit. Oh, yeah, from our path. Okay. He asked Agavili for the confusion in his heart grew with each passing day. Oh, okay. Agavili simply pointed to the distance where nothing existed, yet where all the answers seemed to lie hidden. He charted every world on those astral charts with his own hands. He remembered the story of each world time and time again. He set out with hope, joining his fellow Nameless to aid in worlds in crisis. Yet he'd always discovered that after the danger passed, as these worlds grew accustomed to comfort, they began chasing more thrilling pleasures, reveling in decadence, descending into shameful spectacles. The dense clutters of stars turned into tiny dots on the star map, where they grew ever closer to the edge of the cosmos. There, he witnessed the fall of the god of Trailblaze, that being who yearned to transcend the universe's end, to venture beyond the paths themselves, vanished from sight, leaving behind nothing but a small speck of light. What was it all for? He wiped the tears from his eyes and laughed into the endless void, bile rising into his throat. Turns out they didn't have the answer either. Turns out this path leads to a dead end. What a sick joke. Absolutely sick. The astral charts on the uniform remained resplendent, but the destination that endowed them with no meaning no longer exists. Or that endowed them with meaning no longer exists. And now the boots. Dolly, have you heard of the shoes that take you wherever you're not welcome? See, I'm wearing them right now. And that's how I had the pleasure of meeting you all. When Issei first boarded the Express, he'd perform his stand-up comedy routine every single night. He always started with the shoes. They were either cursed by Aha or possessed some other unliftable magic. In short, it was all because of these mischievous kicks that he was dragged to places that didn't want him. Issei, tell us more about those wild adventures of yours. The drunk Nameless at the bar egged him on. Dolly let out a huff when he first showed up unannounced, refusing to leave the Express and pulling massive pranks on the passengers. It was her goodwill that convinced her to let him stay. Guys, this story is gonna blow your minds. One day, I roll out of my blue velvet sheets, and the second I'm drinking the soda, the next, these cursed shoes drag me on this insane sprint. I went through an erupting volcano, dove into pitch black ocean depths, and shot tens of thousands of feet in the sky. Cut to the chase already. So I got dragged into the abyss. At first I thought it was a cesspit that stank to high heaven, but it was actually a massive maw lined with razor sharp teeth. So it's the veracity, right? And then what? Then I railed all my buddies and we trucked the sun right into that giant's mouth. And it goes, ha, I'm burnt. So why did you board the Express? Dolly seems to catch onto something and asks curiously. I told you, because the Express doesn't want me around. You think we're idiots? Tell the truth or you're not getting off that stage. The young man on the stage smiled, his gaze fixed on the starry sky outside the window. You really want to know? A spark of hope rekindled in his eyes. Wait till I find the true edge of the world, then I'll tell you. Dolly was a previous navigator, I think. She was navigator when Akavili fell. So once Issei stopped being the navigator, maybe she took over? Because it seems like he found the answer of something and they're just like, you know, peaced out. Especially because he didn't really seem to care about the Astro Express so much. She was navigator when Issei joined. Ah, okay. Wait, so then she stopped being navigator and Issei became navigator too? Or am I getting my timeline mixed up now? Yeah, she was before him. Oh, okay. Before. So Dolly is a nickname for Dorothy or Dolores. I figured it would be Dorothy. Or Dolores. No, you're saying Dorothy because of the names from earlier. The one that we didn't have that much information on. That was related to Issei. Related just as in similar entries, not literally related or whatever. Yeah, it was specifically drawing a connection to early. Oh yeah, when you mentioned the set, the relic set. Who did we learn about at the tavern? Oh, I see. The what's his name? The guy who literally just showed up out of nowhere. The Asat Pramad. There's so many names. I can't keep up with all the names. That Dorothy en route was a fool. Yeah, en route, not the supper. I need to let it all sink in. There's a lot of information. Asapramon. And I said Dorothy kept popping up in the stuff that en route was in. Then Asapramon showed up. Yeah. Though then well, now I'm thinking. Does that if Asap Pramod shows up where he doesn't want to show up, and Issei showed up where he doesn't want to show up, then they're maybe the same person? There's so many things. That's exactly how I feel. There's so much information. I usually take so much more time to like process everything. That's why I do the story and then I look up like lore videos and stuff because I'm like I can't always make the connections. Who also shows up when they're not wanted? The Asap, Praman, and Issei and did they say that about en route too? They're just all the same people. En route as well per sample. Oh, yeah. So then maybe they're all the same person. Damn, maybe I should start playing these story quests, but also have a notebook. That way I can write down the names. What's Ruin Me say about coincidence? There are no coincidences. Once it happens a certain amount of time, it's not a coincidence anymore. That was a lot, but that does help. And thank you with all the hints. That's so much information. Okay. Let's see. Though actually, maybe I should save the rest for tomorrow. But there are no coincidences, not when it happens that many times. The last stop before entering the Worldly Canvas is a place called Inkworth Hermitage. According to Pearl's itinerary, Fairy will be waiting to pick me up at the Seafeld City Dock. Was I specifically called out reading that particular relic set story right around now? Oh, yeah. You were the lore master. Oh, there's a chest. There's so many names.
Attention passengers. Welcome.
I think it would have taken me a lot longer to form all the connections.
Seafeld Station. This train is
I was already confusing the two, but then I guess if the two really seem like they're the same person, maybe I inherently knew. I'm just kidding. For all the three names, Sopremod and the en route and what was the guy's name again? Issei? I see. Oh, it's a pun. I understand. Issei. Is it pronounced I see? No, they definitely pronounce it. I'm already forgetting. Issei. I want to say Issei, but it is literally I see. And then Dorothy and Dolly. Have we heard the name Dolores before? I don't remember that. In any case, I need to let everything sink in before I proceed to the next area, which I think I'm going to continue that tomorrow and hopefully finish the story tomorrow. I think I'm only a quarter of the way through if I had to guess. So hopefully, if I can lock in and remember everything, and I can hopefully finish it tomorrow. But I will definitely wait till I finish the story in order to watch like a lore video. That way it can break it down for me even more. But that is gonna be all for today. Oh, hold on. So it seems that En route was a fool who gave up on the elation during the Express, as Issei prior to Akavili falling became the navigator after Akavili fell, witnessing the fall of Adbun and the rise of Nanook, abandoned the Trailblaze, and apparently later became a Sopramon. With some additional info, Els was suggesting that he's got ties to the founding of the Omen Vanguards, a factor following the finality after he left the Express. Yeah. Oh, faction. Yeah. It all goes back to the finality. A man of many names, apparently. You must have some additional info elsewhere. Have I learned about the Omen Vanguards? Are the followers of the Terminus dedicated to deciphering their muttering and preventing future calamities? Huh. Omen Vanguards tie, I think it was from the first year anniversary event or something. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I looked it up. He had a bunch of profiles on previous Express navigators. Oh. Just the navigators. Let me see. Oh, I see. I found a image of, I guess, someone during that event. I see. This was a while ago. Two known members of the Omen Vanguards listed in the wiki page. Endin and Issei. Issei is implied, not necessarily confirmed. And then Asapramon is the Lord Ravager. It was a personality quest to see which navigator you were most like. It sounds familiar. I'm like, I must have done it, right? So naturally people collected the possible results. Yeah. Prophecy known as a theory of four apocalypses circulates among the Omen Vanguards. The four paths will push the cosmos to the end of finality. Destruction is one of them. Nanook's flame shall devour all. In the heat of death, the universe meets its first fate, an eternal end. In the terror, mortals act. From where does their primordial truly stem? Is it contempt for life's succor for the universe, or the denial and hatred towards the god? None know the answer, but at the end of destruction, civilizations, living beings, all paths, and the eons will be burned to dust like the stars once shine above. So I'm assuming that the four apocalypses, if one is destruction, the other one has to be the veracity and like nihility and all that stuff. I only knew about the relics at adding key details because someone pointed it out to me. Figured I'd pass that along. Did you see lore? No, it is good lore. I don't think I would have even thought of looking at the thing. For the apocalypse is what Kafka told us about Euphorius around the Evernight chapter. Yeah. Yeah. Remembrance was a possible fourth path if things went differently. I wonder if it's still considered one of the four, or if it's not one of the four anymore. Okay. Interesting. Okay, but not me over here doing research. Ah, there's so much interesting information. The lore, do be loring. Okay. Cyrene saying a forest to anchor the events there, and us moving on diverted that outcome. So no longer remembrance, presumably. Yeah. So that means maybe. No, but it would still be 4. It would just that the spot would be taken by someone else. Now Cyrene's stuck in the loop. While we trailblaze forward. Yeah, we don't know which path it could be instead now yet, yeah? Mayhaps the abundance with all their shenanigans. I don't know. I guess we'll find out more once more stuff comes out. Or maybe once I do more of this quest. But something I think is gonna be in future quests. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was a lot of information. I've gotta sit on it, think about it, and hopefully tomorrow I'll be ready to lock in for the next chunk of information. Especially this almost feels a lot more compact. Or I guess it is also a shorter quest. There's a lot of information. But I am looking forward to see where the story is going to continue. So that is going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching, hanging out. All the helpful hints and looking at the relics set was really helpful. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Running 4.x generally has been tighter than 3.x. Yeah. Those do be a lot of information. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for stopping by, Tim Hertz and Radical. I gotta sit with this information so much. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, hanging out, and for all the help with the lore. I hope you all have a very good night, and I will hopefully be able to finish this tomorrow. That'll be the goal. But yeah,